and based on envy, pettiness, and jealousy, announced that he was willing to give a 20,000 cedi reward anyone with evidence of corruption within his Ghana Football Association, either by referees or by himself and other officials.
Anyone who will come forward to report any corrupt practices. So if a referee is approached by a club official, we are encouraging them to report the club official. We are proposing 20,000 Ghana cedi prize money for anyone who comes forward to report any case of bribery with evidence, not an allegation. You cannot just come and say, this man has gone to take a bribe. It's not enough. You must add evidence so that it will be credible. We can't throw good money away.
By that daring invitation, Mr. Nyantichi played himself into a checkmate. Meet Abdullahi Alhassa, known to be a trusted right-hand man of Nyantichi, called him the consigliere to the Godfather, what Tom Hagan was to Don Khalil. Alhassa, who people refer to as Abu, is a former footballer at an unusual age of 31. He is now an influential power player in Ghanaian football politics, serving as the president of the Football Association in Ghana's northern region. The role makes him the youngest member of the Ghana Football Association's powerful executive committee. Abu was here in a hotel room to meet a powerful businessman about prospects for investment in Ghana football. He was upbeat.
I'm a footballer myself. I played in Holland for 3 years, and I played in Belgium for 3 years. In total, I stayed in Europe for 9 years. The football fraternity, young guys, they supported me to stand for an election for taking over the entire Belgium region, which is 26 districts. So I'm currently the president of the Football Federation in the Northern Sector. So I serve, that gave me the opportunity to serve in the higher decision making in Ghana football. So I sit in the board. We are 22, and I'm one of the youngest among the 22 members in the Ghana Football Association.
The businessman wanted a meeting with Abu's boss, Kwesi Nyantichi, and he knew he had come to the right man to lead him there. The businessman, through his company, wanted to sponsor Ghana's domestic football league. The offer was $15 million for 3 years, $5 million more than the amount the FA reportedly had for their last deal in 2014. Was Nyantichi interested? The businessman wanted to find out. Abu later arranged a hotel room meeting between a rep of the supposed businessman and Kwesi Nyantichi, with the goal of having the rep brief Nyantichi about his boss, the businessman, and his proposal. This was the first step before ultimately setting up a meeting between Nyantichi and the businessman. The rep in question, unknown to Abu and Nyantichi, was an undercover tiger investigator. On the sponsorship of the domestic league, Nyantichi revealed his plan to form a company to serve as brokers and managers of the deal. One that would earn commissions of between 20 and 25% of the sponsorship to be shared between him, Abu, and the businessman's rep.
Let him understand that we will form a company to be the agency. And that company will be responsible for ensuring that the benefits that the deal will promise are delivered. And then we will negotiate with JP. He will not pay. JP will pay from the sponsorship amount. And the school money, we will charge 20%, 25%. Then amongst us, we agree that this person gets this money. So everybody should be sorted out. Then there will be peace. You understand?
On the document, on his side, for us to secure a deal this way, he pays a percentage to ensure that that particular things are met. A company that takes care of all the benefit that is promised to the sponsor. So he will pay 5% of the total sponsorship package. And then the 25% would excellent give. So we are very easy management. Because they are sitting down there, I will bring money to them.
Mind you, the businessman, as a potential investor, had approached the FA himself without the use of an agent. The company would later be revealed to be NAMAX, a mysterious entity fronted by Abu and conveniently missing any open link to Nyantichi. Why so? A part of the GFA's Code of Ethics reads, officials are forbidden from accepting commission or promises of such commission for negotiating deals of any kind while performing their duties unless the presiding body has expressly permitted them to do so. Was Nyantichi covering his tracks? Tiger's checks would later reveal the president's cleverness in such dealings. We found companies spanning various fields of operation that belong to him and are fronted by different individuals. Companies which he uses for deals to outwit the system. Back in the meeting, what was supposed to be a discussion about football investment suddenly took an unexpected turn.
I spoke to Cabo. First of all, the president, Akufo-Addo, and the vice president of Obama, and then some of the ministers. We also help them in one way or the other. So I can go to anybody's house or his office. I can do that. And even after they came, Akufo-Addo called me and says he wanted to see how something like. Okay, so I know his minister too. The minister again told me that if I want him to do a role anywhere in Ghana, that will bring honor to me than doing it for him. Wow. I just need that. I didn't do it. But he also told me that because I travel a lot, if I meet people who are interested in investing in the Lagos sector,
Nyantichi, sensing prospects for more gain beyond football, pushed the discussion further.
It's going to cost money, but if you are ready to do it, you can have a meeting with the vice president, and then yesterday when I spoke to him, he made some suggestions. There is a man called Kenny Jamba. He owns Oman FM.
Oh, okay.
He's criticizing the government, his own government.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
for control and because of the press he put into the campaign. He has too much. Nobody can call into order. They will be telling him when it's insulting them. After the president and the vice president should be more.
Yes. Otherwise.
So you mentioned that. They want to make him a minister because of his contribution. He says he cannot be a minister. That is not a disciplined person to be a minister. He nominated somebody as a minister. Yes, Minister of Transport. The guy who is the SCM.
The president of the Ghana Football Association took off his disguise of political interest and straightly displayed deep knowledge of Ghana's current political scene, boasting of his proximity to high-profile connections whom he could give the businessman access to at a price.
Expansion project, which is under the Ministry of Transport. They said that there is also the redesigning and remodeling and rebuilding of the trade fair site. They want to do it into a new concept which will involve malls, shopping malls. Then They know the law well.
Nyantichi, supposed to be a football administrator running a body FIFA insists should be autonomous from government influence, strangely displayed a deep knowledge of Ghana's current political scene, boasting of its proximity to key figures who he could give the businessman access to at a price.
To go to Burkina Faso now, when you get to Bupe, you go to Kamale, you go to Boga, there will be a road from Bupe through Sandiman to Kano.
Wow. Yeah.
And that place is a low-lying area. They are going to do bridges on the river.
Okay.
When the race started,
And across.
yes, big they will do 90 bridges, you know. And the Chinese, for China finance projects, the contractors will be from China. And that local content will involve the supply of materials. And for each lot, they are going to be about $150 million will be involved. That's for the supply of sand, chickens, gravel, etc., you know, this technology. So Gabo told me, he said, my brother, if the man agrees to do certain things, that from tomorrow you will get all the contracts. That he should give money to the president if he's ready, and give money to the vice president. And then he says the minister of roads, and in Ghana, the minister of roads is always a close friend of the president. It is very the overpass, the inflate it. The overpass costs more in Ghana than in New York. In New York, that it costs less than $70 million. In Ghana, it's costing $150 million. That was what we were doing. He says that the man is ready to give money to Nanakufa. And the basis for giving money to him is that, look, Mr. President, you have just won an election. You incur cost. This is something small to be free of cost. For the fact that he really sold his properties to do this is something small to be free of cost.
Nyantichi also suggested other powerful party names outside the government
He says that the man is ready to give money to Nanakufa. And the basis for giving money to him is that, Mr. President, you have just won an election. You incur cost. This is something small to be free of cost. And I know for a fact that he really sold his properties to do this election. And his family members, when you get close, you say, how are we incur cost? They're looking for money. That is okay, you take 5%, and then they pay you. That's why the money will land there. Their money sold.
Nyantichi also suggested other powerful party names outside of government who needed to be roped into the bribery conspiracy to make it successful.
But I want to involve other people.
Kennedy on here, Japan.
$3 million to the vice president, and $2 million to the minister of rules, and then the deputy minister who come together. They said that appearance with the one who has been me on the table before they did not.
He told the rep of the businessman that he would get all the contracts from tomorrow if he agrees to the plan, and that it was a promise he was willing to stick his neck out for.
This one, it's not like we are dealing with the president's father or the president. We all know how these people suffer. If he does that, he has bought the system. I'm telling you, there will be new. We still didn't know all the businesses in the system. The vice president or the president says, okay, give me this. There's something here going to me. Just a telephone call. And that's the thing. And all that they will tell the people is that these are the president's financiers. One is that you are a party financier. Wherever you bow. Yes, if you can do it, if you can do it, I can put my neck down. I'm telling you. But we should not be left out in this thing. They know me that I would want it to be like we brought a man, so they should deal with us.
Exactly.
Whatever the man will go, yes, that can take shape. Myself and shape, and then I will be the only three people in the room. Whatever we have to say, we'll say.
Nyantechi then mapped out another plan that would make sure that anyone seeking to do business with a businessman in Ghana would have to go through him and Abu. The rep said he would relay Nyantechi's plan to his boss, the businessman, and later set up a meeting between the two to finalize a deal.
So he wants to do that everywhere he goes better. Everywhere you go, so if he's entering the country, you need to meet the president or whatsoever. Something like that. It should be number one for before we go to the construction business.
No, we do the two together. If he's ready to do the we are ready to meet the two for to come to.
Okay. I want to say this. President didn't end it. For us to bring him to the president, the vice president, that was what president was saying. Kawu mentioned his own.
Yes.
But our own too has to come.
No, but that's why we didn't ask them. That's why we didn't ask them.
No, I'm just saying this because when you know how you do it, the influence of president is very important. I was trying to tell you, I mentioned that to you, there's nobody. President didn't say everything, but he has sponsored the party as well, so he is also a figure.
I wish that maybe next week, if it's available, bring it back. So in a month, you see the progress that you will be.
Kwesi Nyantechi and the businessman finally met in the businessman's hotel room to conclude a deal. Nyantechi was at his boastful best, re-emphasizing the $11 million bribery plan.
This is our president, Mr. Nyantechi, the president of the Ghana Football Association, and also the first vice president of the CAF. Indian partner for the is a Chinese company called StarTimes, and they will also offer publicity in Asia, China, and India to your company. And we have a particular radio station in Ghana. We've already talked about it from each of them. 3 programs for sports. About the discussion is football. So there will be a lot of publicity for your campaign information, and it will make your campaign very, very well. I would encourage you to go ahead and join Sequoia's project to first to do. Then the second project is about business opportunity.
I really discussed something with the vice president, maybe you'll be interested. And I told him that my idea was for us to do a fertilizer factory. You know, the byproduct of gas can be used to do fertilizer. It's a very high capacity project. And when I told the minister, the project that you mentioned to me now, you talk about roads. And there are projects that they are looking for people to do BOT, build, operate, and transfer. There are roads in Ghana, they want to do that. Then we talk about the expansion. There is a big project for that. Also talk about the trade fair. They want to build malls there. And then he told me that when you come, we will meet other ministers and they will show you many other projects. You will then decide which one you want to do. So once we agree and you made the follow-up to Ghana to give the president and the vice president, the following day
from that crowded preliminary meeting, Nyantichi was then granted exclusive audience with a powerful businessman in his inner room, with only the businessman's wife as a witness. Motivated by the close access and comforted by the privacy, Nyantichi's guard lowered as he dropped even more startling details about his civic life as a politician.
We start with the needs of roads, road and utility. I think that we can find some money for them. When we go, you and I, there's a job, we need them one, and we give them money to invest money. And I think that you can start with something small, your own discretion. Then, when you get the contract, take the contract, we can go back and give them more money. And then we take over the whole country. Yes, that's how we do it. I don't want you to be anyone. If you I'm giving $1,000 to this man to meet you, so you know that the money has come. But I can assure you, if you do that, you will get all that you want. And then can I tell you what Cabo told me? He told me that if you want to get contracts in Ghana, that you should come and give money to the president, $95 million, the vice president $3 million, then the minister $2 million, the deputy minister $1 million. So 5, 3, 8, 2, 10 million. So if you do this, you have no problem. I'm telling you. My brother, Abu and I you have to.
The businessman was impressed. So impressed, in fact, that he doled out a rather substantial preliminary bribe of $65,000 to reward the Nyantichi show of interest and offer of support. The president was then seen gathering the money into a gift bag. The president then went over the bribery plan, this time critically sneaking in an extra $1 million as his and Abu's share, making $12 million in total.
I will give you good advice. Here is my small brother. If you are able to give money to the president of the country, the vice president, I'm telling you, you can finish. This is 5 plus 3, 8 plus 2, 10 plus 1, 11. You add another 1 million for us. There is this to Ghana to do so that we can start quickly.
Perhaps blown away by the weight of the businessman's fortune, Nyantichi showed an unusual eagerness, almost to a servile degree, trying hard to ingratiate himself with the businessman. Could he be blamed? The president further implicated himself by admitting that he owns a local financial institution which could be used to launder the money into Ghana. Nyantechi's proposed plans, as criminal as they were smart and elaborate. He had proved resourceful.
If we have to transfer to Ghana, then we have to find a company that will give it to us. That is not we have to find a company that we can transfer the money to, and it will not be a problem at all. That is not a big problem. I have a small financial institution that maybe we can use them.
This was a loaded businessman who meant business. With the opportunist in him awakened by the cold, hard cash, Nyantechi encouraged the businessman to take him as a brother in a clandestine alliance which he claimed would lead to them eventually taking control of Ghana.
We'll do the MOU today and give it to you to give to him to sell. So we'll do 2 MOUs. One for the business, one for the sponsorship. 2 different, today. Yes, I'll give to you. So tell him that you should also take me as his brother. Thank you. Take me as your brother. You can Google about me. I mean, I'm known everywhere. Let me tell you, maybe in future, maybe we will control Ghana in a way. Because if our minister is going to be a candidate and we support him, everything is and then it means I will be a politician. Maybe 2 years time I'll become a politician. So now that we know each other, we work together.
Then there was the profuse time used, and God bless you, with the unmistakable
God bless you.
One of the most powerful football politicians in the world had just practiced in private the misconduct that he has on countless occasions, publicly preached and sworn against, all in the name of money, the result of selfishness, greed, and hunger for power, and signed instantly, even at the risk of missing his own flight to Accra, which he was by this time running late for. He meant business. Swift and sharp business. Back in his hotel room, he quickly drafted what were supposed to be complex documents with the speed of lightning.